Here's a short little video. I have the Raymarine EV-200 Autopilot. Here's the control. As you can see, this one has the knob. They have another version where you can hit buttons to change direction. Let's see, let's turn. We're turning to starboard. You can see back here, the motors are turning. Yeah, it's going to straighten us right back out. I've been running on autopilot all day. From speeds from 40 miles an hour all the way to 1.8 miles an hour. And I really haven't done any touching on it. If you hit menu, there's a couple different things you can hit. Response level, where you just hit down, select. You could change it from leisure, performance, cruising. I don't use leisure. It works bad on that. And I also have an EV-100 on another boat, and I don't like that either. But cruising is great when you're just going a long distance. And then performance I use when I'm slow trolling. It works awesome in that. Save. Display settings. You have several different things you can do, different colors. There's red and black, inverse, that's what I'm using now. Has these daytime ones though, which the daytime ones are kind of nice. Lights it up white. Let's see, display settings, brightness is in there. It's supposed to pair the brightness with my display, but it doesn't work for some reason. I don't know why. But so if you adjust the display on, or the brightness on one, it adjusts it on the other. But that doesn't seem to be working for me. Here's the other one where it gives you a blue screen. I like the black screen though. It looks sharp with this all black. So menu, the other thing you could do, display settings, pilot view. There's a couple different views you can do. It has a standard, multiple view, 2D view, and then this graphic. So graphics kind of cool. I like seeing some other data on there. So I like to either use standard or even this 2D view is kind of nice. Because I want to be able to see the temp and everything. Because if I look over on my display, these are the speed over ground depth, and when I scroll around, I'd like to see my waypoint info if I'm heading to a location. So I tend to use that. And then to turn, you just turn the knob one way or the other. Hit standby to put in standby. You see it says standby. Now I can steer. Auto shows what my heading is. And then this is what I want the heading to be over here. The other thing is, if I go on my chart plotter, and you could do it to a waypoint. Say I click there and I want to go to this cursor. I hit go to cursor. It says, do I want to engage the autopilot? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Now you can see that it changed my heading, and the whole boat is now turning a different direction. This is my rudder going back and forth. And you can see the boat, which was pointing mostly north, is now pointing back over there. So it does a pretty good job. I do like it. That's kind of how it works. You can kind of see the motors moving back and forth a little bit. It was easy to install. I didn't really do any calibration. I did the dockside calibration. I think it's called Dockside Wizard. It just did something there. But after I was driving for probably 10-15 minutes out on the water, a message popped up that said that the compass is now calibrated or something like that. So I guess that helped things somehow. My EV-100 isn't hooked to a display like I have on this boat. And that one, when I first installed it, it worked well, but not great. And I would say after like 15 minutes of it using, I'm assuming it learned the boat, because ever since it does fantastic. That boat works great at all speeds. I do feel like, because that one doesn't know how fast it's going, because I don't have it hooked to a chart plotter. This one I feel like works better maybe at a faster speed, maybe because it knows how fast the boat's going. But the other boat, if I have it in performance mode and I'm going fast, sometimes it zigzags a little, where this one I don't seem to have that problem. In performance mode, even at faster speed, seems okay. But anyway, so that's the Autopilot. What comes with this kit is the one with the knob, and the knob's great, but when I'm trolling, I tend to like to do things in 10 or 10 degree increments, and I wish I could program these buttons, and you can't, to go 10 degrees to port, 10 degrees to starboard. So instead, you have to turn this one way or the other to make it go a direction, and I'd rather just hit the buttons. They have the display that just has the buttons, but I didn't see a kit that came with that. It only seemed like the kit just came with this display. I may add another display though, back at the back of the boat somewhere. I don't know where, but I'd love to be able to control the boat from back there, and also see data like my speed and the depth. I'd love to see that back there. If I hit menu, let's see, pilot view, data boxes. These are all the various things, all this stuff you can set as a data box inside here. So that's that. That is how it works. This is the Raymarine EV-200 on Storm Warning Charters.